always, gotta put my braids back. Put my braids back. Gotta put my braids back. I should have had a bow. Taylor, bring me that black bag on my computer desk. Okay. Oh, I gotta tag Inkle. Tag my other page. Good looking. Oh, production. Okay, thank y'all for joining, for coming back. I'm sitting up here laughing at Gordon, and I pushed the wrong button. I don't know what happened. Laughing at him, I can't even deal with him. But anyway, we're jumping back in. If y'all can hear me okay, give me a heart symbol. Let me know you can hear me. Give me a 1, give me a 2, give me a heart, give me a smiley face. Y'all. Let me cut this off. Can y'all hear me clear? Anyway, okay, welcome back to No Filter. Welcome back to No Filter News and Talk. That dang old Gordon, he sit up here and had me laughing, and I pushed the wrong button. Okay, see, somebody can hear me. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. But we're talking about today toxic relationships. And it could be, it doesn't have to be with your significant other, but it can be. It could be with it could be with a parent. It could be with a brother, a sister, a cousin. Doesn't matter. It could be with a best friend. But we talking about toxic relationships. And y'all know, if you ever been into a toxic relationship, you know that, hey Shanice, welcome back, sweetie. I was sitting up here and I was laughing and I pushed the wrong button. Anyway. But you know that it's draining. If you ever been into a toxic relationship, you ever notice that? Like, I know I ain't the only one out there. And it's very draining. Like, it acts like it sucks the life out of you. Because and you know what? A lot of times it's because of that person is not right. Their spirit is not intertwining with your spirit. I truly believe that. So, I was trying to get Jahai back because he was saying that bad kids can make a relationship toxic. And he said that kids the age 13 and under trying to fight both the parents, you know, the parent and the new boyfriend or new girlfriend. I'm like, wow, that can make a relationship toxic. I feel like any type of relationship is toxic when it doesn't bring out the best in you. When you can't be yourself, and when it just don't bring out the best in you, I think then that becomes a toxic relationship. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Hey, William, we talking about toxic relationships tonight. Toxic. Y'all ever been in a relationship where the other person is jealous? We had to do a pause right there. You ever been in a relationship where the other person is jealous? You can't even speak to your friend. You can't even speak to, just say it could be your brother's friend, okay, who you know all your life, but you can't even speak to that person because your man jealous or your girlfriend jealous. You can't even say, hey, how you doing? You ain't seen this person in 20 years. Matter of fact, you might have thought that person was dead, but then you see him and you can't even, what you speaking to him for? Who is that? Oh, yeah, you been messing around. Have you ever dated somebody like that? You been messing around with that nigga. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest right now. You know, this is No Filter News and Talk, so I'm going to give y'all the real. Have you ever dated somebody like, what you speaking to her for? Who is she? Who is that on your page? That's toxic. You know why? Because it's so draining that you constantly have to explain yourself, and you constantly have to tell that significant other that you are not messing around with that person. You can't even speak to people because that your significant other is jealous. That's toxic. When y'all always arguing. Okay, so we got 5 signs of a toxic relationship. And I just kind of blurted it out. Number 5 was jealousy. That's right. Number 5 is jealousy. Dawson said, William says, he said, I've been there and I got cussed out at Meijer. For real. You can't even go out to eat because your woman is jealous. So, because you got a pretty waitress. Better look down. No, I'm serious though. You can't even go out to eat because you have just say the waitress, male or female, could be attractive in that person. What you smiling at them for? What you looking at him for? Why she asked you that you want something to drink? She ain't asked me. That's toxic. And that is draining. It's so draining to constantly have to explain yourself. And you probably wasn't even thinking about that person like that. What y'all think? Give us a call. Give me a call at 810-620-1978. For real. Call in right now, or you can pop in right there, and we talking about toxic relationships. or better yet, just say you might have a best friend. Oh, Dawson said that happened at Applebee's. Stop playing. You might have a best friend that always competing with you. Yep, I said it. You might have a best friend that's always competing with you. That's a toxic relationship. Because I can't be myself. I can't be myself, and I can't show you myself because you always competing with me. Like, friends don't compete with each other. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. To me, I think those are some of the definitions of toxic relationships. So then y'all go and you hang around each other because you love each other's company, but then you're constantly competing with each other. And you see it every single day if you type to watch reality TV. You see it on there. All the time. Those are toxic relationships. And that's what I'm saying. They drain your energy. We trying to be free and break free of the drama. Woo! That's it. To me, that's a toxic relationship. What y'all think? Oh, he said if you gotta hide where you are, then you shouldn't be together. That's okay. Right. That's a good one, Roderick. That's a good one. Wow. If you gotta hide where you are, then y'all shouldn't be together. Exactly. That's a toxic relationship, because now guess what? You constantly have to battle back and forth about where you been. Where you at? Where you been? Where you at? And you know what? Sometimes it might not even be where the guy is out messing around. Maybe he just don't feel like having to explain every detail about his life. But then you got the woman that might be like, well, where you at? Where you been? Where you been? Let me smell you. That's a toxic relationship. My words are not good enough. I can't tell you, look, I've been here, and then you just, you accept that. You got to go into all these details, and you want to smell, and that's toxic. That's toxic. Any relationship that doesn't bring out the best in you, that's a toxic relationship. I just think so. I really do. What y'all think? I'm serious. I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think? Dawson, I want you to explain. You said that happened. You got cussed out at Myers. You got cussed out at Applebee's. What happened? Do tell, because we want to know. But one thing I was saying before we got off the air, I was saying that, I picked someone up and they were on the phone with their significant other and they were just arguing back and forth. It was just an argument. Everything was just a fight. I mean, everything that they say. Have y'all ever just witnessed somebody just constantly arguing back and forth? So that's toxic. F you, B, don't call my phone no more. You don't call my phone no more. Hey, shorty, I feel like should nobody have to go through that? And if y'all just logging on, we are talking about toxic relationships. We talking about toxic relationships. Like, to me, I think it's just draining. It drains your energy. Now, Roderick says, nobody have time for games. He said, there's not enough hour in the day for that kind of nonsense. Exactly. You can't even have, like I said, you can't even go out and get a decent meal together because she got a problem with the waitress. He got a problem with the waitress. Maybe you got a handsome man that's waiting on your table. What you looking at him for? Why you looking at him? What you looking at her for? I don't think nobody should have to deal with that in this day and age. Okay, so William said, we were out at the club and a female friend spoke to me and I got drilled. Who is this and where you know her from? We got into it real bad. See, that type of stuff right there, that's toxic. When, you know what, I don't like to argue. Arguing leads to fighting. And you don't want to fight somebody that you love. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I should have to fight somebody that I love. That's petty. That's toxic. Next thing you know, you're pulling out weapons and then people have died because they have lost their lives because being in a toxic relationship. It had got real physical to the point that somebody got shot or somebody got stabbed. That's toxic. Okay, so listen. In the news, I want to break it. So I've been looking at the news lately, right? Before I get my story and stuff together, I kind of glimpsed through the news or whatever. And so I saw, it was like within the last couple of days, it was people that's been in these domestic violence relationships and actually got killed or somebody ended up dying. Okay, I know y'all just heard the story where the friend was hiding the girlfriend at her house and the boyfriend came looking for her. So he shot the girlfriend but killed the friend. He shot both of them, but the friend ended up dying. She was hiding out at the friend's house. See, that's a toxic relationship. That's toxic. And not only that, people always bring other people into the drama. Somebody end up being involved, even if they don't want to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a girl is getting her... Excuse that. Somebody just woke up. But if a girl and guy end up getting into it and then they end up fighting, well, guess what? She's probably going to call her brother or her uncles or her dad. Now they are in the mix and somebody can really get hurt. But some people feed off of the drama of a toxic relationship. Like, really? So let me go back to what Roger would say. He said, only kind of fight I want to see is whose clothes coming off right before we get it. Exactly. I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100% on that one. For real. But seriously, like, that's toxic that y'all got to be fighting. Do y'all know somebody like that? Do you know somebody like that be fighting that hard with a person that they claim that they love? I do. Arguing. Fighting hard. You don't love that person. If you have to fight that person like that, you can't love them. That's toxic. That's a toxic relationship. I'm talking about to the point that the man is scratched up, the woman, she's got a black eye. That's toxic. That's a toxic relationship. And we shouldn't have to settle for that. Shouldn't nobody have to settle for that. I believe a relationship's supposed to be peace. You're supposed to have, right. Roderick says love isn't supposed to hurt. It don't hurt. Love isn't supposed to hurt. Oh, what about, now you got family that stay into it. What about that? What about when they're family and they stay into it? Now that's toxic. That's a toxic relationship. Siblings who just can't get along. That's other issues, but we talking about toxic relationships where they trying to sabotage each other or they constantly fighting like that. That's toxic. And it's draining. Toxic people comes with a negative spirit. It's already attached on them. I don't care whether you believe in that type of thing or not. It's facts. And it drains you because their spirit doesn't mix with your spirit. So that's why y'all feel so drained. And we got to learn how to let toxic people go. It's okay to say bye. Thank you. Roderick says somebody's got to be the bigger person because you only live once. Exactly. That's my whole point. Like, it, and not only does it drain you, it's just not good for your whole environment. Everything around you, it's just not good when you're dealing with toxic people. Toxic people hinder you from being the best that you could possibly be because it drains you. But you know what? Some people are so used to the feeling that they don't want to let these type of people go. They know the person ain't no good because they talk about the person every single day. So why are you still holding on to it? To them. Why are you still holding on to them? I never understood that. Why women still hold on to men who's kicking fire out of their ass. Yeah, I said it. Why is he doing this? He's doing that. I remember working with someone and see, first of all, you got to love yourself. You got to have self-love. You got to have love for yourself to say, I'm not dealing with this. I remember working with someone and we were working in Ann Arbor. And we went to go pick her up. We was all riding together. Hey, Pat. We was all riding together when we went to her house to pick her up. And she had a gash in her head. And she said that, you know how you was leaning down and she held her head up where the cabinet was open. So she said she got her head hit on the cabinet, on the edge of the cabinet. So we like, oh man, that's terrible. That's bad. Okay, we goes to work. And a supervisor, she had her head wrapped up. The supervisor saw it. He sent her home. So by us riding together, we all had to leave together. Well, come to find out, that's not what happened. Her auntie said he just hauled off and hit her in the head with a bottle. A man hit a woman in the head with a bottle, so that's why she had a gash in her head like that. Toxic relationships. Why? Why do women feel like they need to stay with these men who's beating their butt? Not only that, You have to look at the fact that your kids see this. If you don't get out for yourself, you got to get out for your children. So then there was another case where the guy shot and killed. She was in a toxic relationship, and he shot and killed. Oh, wait a minute, we got a call. You're on the air with No Filter. Hello?
This is No Filter Radio Show?
Yes, it is.
This is No Filter Radio Show?
Yes, it is.
My name is Marshall. I was actually Marshall.
Okay. Hey, Marshall.
Toxic relationships.
Okay. What do you have to say?
Hello? Are we still there?
Yes. No, I'm still here. What do you have to say? Marshall. Hello? I guess we didn't have okay, well, I guess we lost that caller. You can call us back, or you can pop in on the screen. Let me read what William just wrote. He said, we were in the mire, and this, I thought someone was calling back. He said, we were in the mire, and this lady said, you smell good. What is that you wearing? Well, my girl saw me talking to this stranger and walked out the store and left the food in the basket. I looked at her. He said, I looked in the store for her for 2 hours. Something said, go outside and see if she's in the car. Now she in the car talking about I'm cheating. See, that's toxic. Marshall, call us back. That's toxic. That's a toxic relationship. But you know what? And communication is the key. All she had to do was say, hey, how you doing? You know. But what I learned, and this might not be your situation, when people accuse you of stuff, it's because they doing it. Okay, let me get this call. Hello, you're on the air with No Filter.
Hi, this is Marshall giving you a call back. Who's your service provider, first and foremost?
Well, this particular service provider is T-Mobile.
Okay, that explains a lot. But I was actually calling about the topic, toxic relationships.
Okay. What do you have to say on the topic?
Maybe you can get me up to speed. I joined a little late, so maybe you can get me up to speed as to what do you mean.
Okay, we're talking about toxic.
I did catch what you say. I did catch when you were talking about some guy hitting a woman in the head with a bottle.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was his woman. That was his girlfriend or wife.
That was
That he hit in the head with a bottle.
We're talking about toxic relationships, and I was just giving an example of how I basically witnessed a woman who was going through domestic violence. And so, yes, he hit her in the head with a bottle. She didn't tell me outright. We ended up finding out about that, but that was a coworker that I had.
Oh, okay, I understand. I mean, like, what kind of bottle was it? Was it like a beer bottle? Was it even glass? It could have been plastic.
It was glass. I'm not finna do this with you, Marshall. I said it was glass. Hello?
Hello?
I'm here.
Hello?
Hello? I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Shaking my hand.
Oh, okay. I guess we lost Marshall again, but he wanted to know. Wow, Dawson, that was real crazy that you told me moving along. I guess we dropped the caller again, but we are, Dawson, what you were saying. See, communication to me is the key. And all she had to do was come out there and say, well, hey, how y'all doing? You know, instead of just leaving. See, that's, okay, there we go. He said, yeah, that's why, he said, that's what my mama say. If someone's accusing you, they the ones that's doing it. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with your mom. For real. A person that's constantly accusing you, but I don't understand why some of these women, and it's all in the news. It was a woman where I guess her son ended up being gunned down because of she's in a toxic relationship. Like, that's not good. Not only is that not good, it's like, why do some women choose to stay in these toxic relationships? And men too. What do you think? Some of them say, well, because it's love, because it's financial gain. I'm like, it's not that much love in the world for me to stay. I don't like licks. Okay? I don't like licks. You're not finna hit me or you're not finna hurt me. I just don't understand. And then it end up escalating and somebody end up getting hurt. Like, what's up with that? I mean, is it something in the air? Is it something in the water? I mean, I'm being serious though. Like toxic relationships, like people need to know when enough is enough. Listen, I'm sorry, it's not working out. Or, see, that goes back to the courting process and then the dating process. And even if that person look at my nail polish. I know. Anyway, but even if you get to know that person through the courting process, y'all talking, y'all not even dating yet. Y'all just getting to know each other. Okay, then you go on a few dates and then now you're dating. Now that person can still show you that they are, you know, a total gentleman, or she can show you she's a total lady. But what I'm saying is, when they show you the first signs that they're toxic, you shouldn't be giving them chance after chance after chance. You should be leaving. It's time to go. A slap, that's a toxic relationship. Somebody constantly fighting you. What about if they're cussing at you? What about if they constantly calling you out your name? Oh, you fat bitch. You know, stuff like that's toxic. You don't have to stand for that. What if you're dealing with somebody that's drunk? Somebody who cannot sober up, refuses to sober up. Now you wasting your years with somebody who's sloppy drunk. That's a toxic relationship. It is. Because they're never in their rightful mind. Okay, let me go back to the comments. Dawson said, yeah, that's, okay, I already read that one. He said, there's a lot of them think that they cannot get no one else. So they accept this toxic shit. I'm telling you, ladies, and I can only speak for the ladies. I can speak for it because I haven't saw no man just really getting his butt whooped by a woman. Well, maybe one. But it's not funny. It's not funny. But what I'm saying is, ladies, it's okay to leave. It's okay to get out of there because it's all in the news. I'm talking about it's in Atlanta news, the Chicago news. It's all in the news about people who are losing their life just because of somebody is in a jealous rage and he's angry and he's upset. It's okay to get out of there. You don't have to take that. Friends or whatever, or you might even say, I was watching something where the guy and the girl were just friends. And he ended up killing her because I guess he had a crush on her. But he ended up killing her. You know, they got into it. She called him for a ride. They ended up getting into it. And now she's dead. That's a toxic relationship. I mean, like, ladies, we have to do better. Not only that, you have children that is watching. So when I started the show, I was telling y'all that I witnessed someone that was in a toxic relationship. They was on the phone and they were arguing. So when I was going to pick that person up, but I happened to, that person stay close to me. So I kind of, the way that I was going, I rolled past their house. Well, guess who I saw? The person who he was arguing with on the phone. She's zooming. So I said, hey, where is her daughter at? He said, well, her daughter is in the car with her. This is at 6 o'clock in the morning. Toxic. So her baby is in the back seat and she's driving like a maniac trying to find him because they ain't got into it. That's a toxic relationship. And I need men. I need all you men to talk to, do a round table and talk to the ladies that's in your families. And ladies too. Talk to the ladies that's in your family about being in these toxic relationships. You can be self-sufficient. You don't have to worry about somebody just because they got money or just because they got cars. That shouldn't make you stay. Your life is more important than that. Now let me read what Roderick said. He said you need 3 major things in a relationship: communication, romance, and finance. He said too much of one and not a balance of all 3 is going to become toxic. Yes. Yes, I like that. I like that, Roderick. You're absolutely right. Right. I mean, but you got some people who are just angry birds. And what I mean by angry birds, they're just angry. You got some people that's just angry. You can have like, you can be giving that person the world. Like, you can see that the woman is just doing everything, and then you just got a guy that's just angry. He's just mad. Or you might have a woman that's just mad. She's unhappy with themselves. Then you try to have relationship with these people, and then the next thing you know, you have kids by these people. Toxic. Now I know we may have all been mature at once upon a time in our lives. I know people who's human. I ain't talking about the people who feel like they have arrived and they are here and there. We're not talking about them. We're talking about, okay, you've been in a toxic relationship before, but I'm just saying, like, when you're grown and when you're in your 30s or when this person's constantly fighting you, it's ridiculous. It's so many women, and people turn a blind eye to these things. So many women are losing their lives because they're in a toxic relationship. A couple years ago, beautiful young girl, she was around 19. I shared the story in Detroit. She was in a toxic relationship because her mom said it. So I guess I don't know why he did what he did, but he ended up beating her, and then he killed her, and then he put her in a vehicle and burnt the vehicle up. Beautiful young lady. Toxic relationship, all because he was insecure with himself. He was jealous. He was angry. So he ended up killing her and burning her. We have to teach our daughters to stay away from toxic relationships and toxic people. You have to, you know what? Have you ever just met somebody and you just vibe with that person? I ain't even talking about the opposite sex. It could be the same sex. You just feel like, dang, like, I like that person. That's because y'all energies match. Y'all on that same frequency. But when your energy does not, your spirit man does not vibe with certain people, it is not going to work. I don't know. I just get emotional talking about this because reading these stories in the news is scary. We talk about the white man, but it's us killing us. It's us killing us. Yeah, he plays his part, but it's us going after us. And if the men are not respecting the women, then what do we have next? Like, what do we have next? I mean, like, do y'all understand that we still have missing women and children? It's like, wow. And then over like 60-some thousand missing women, black women in America, period, at the end. We have to do better as people. Because like Tupac said, what did he say? Because if we don't, we have a race of babies that hate the ladies that makes the babies. Let me read what Dawson says. He said, what get me is let me get my pointer. He said, what gets me is you cannot even put on some gear and look good for yourself without an argument. That's a toxic relationship. You're not finna check me about where I'm going just because I get my hair done or just because I put on some clothes. Where you going? Or where you going? And or what about okay, now we talked about the relationship side of it. What about the friendship side of it? You can have toxic friends. Like I said, you can have people who are jealous of you. They come by just to see what you doing. It's not to check on you. You got some people who just come by just to see what you doing. They're not checking on you. That's toxic. They just want to make sure that you're not doing better than them. That's a toxic relationship. Toxic friendship. Somebody who's constantly trying to get you to do other things that you don't no longer do anymore. What if a person said, well, you know what? I don't drink no more. Man. Come on, man. Drink this, man. No, man, I don't drink this no more. I don't smoke no more, man. I'm trying to get me a job. But that person's steady trying to get you to come on out and smoke and go to the club. That's a toxic relationship. We have to be able to identify toxic people. Or they're trying to constantly pull you back into stuff that you have been basically delivered from or you just got away from. That's toxic people. You ain't smoked no weed in forever. They still trying to give you a blunt. They're trying to, you know, you've been delivered from crack and they're trying to get you to smoke crack. Not trying to be funny, but I'm being real, y'all, because it happens every day. We not only have peer pressure, but we have adult pressure. Misery loves company. Exactly. I'm just saying, y'all might not be, y'all might not know nobody like that, you know, but I have saw it happen. You specifically tell somebody, yeah, you trying to go get this job, and they, oh man, you know, smoke this, do this, be the main one calling your boss. I'm serious. Or you can't never better yourself because they always come around and with a sad story or, you know, trying to just knock you off your square. That's toxic people. They do exist. Let me borrow. You try to tell them the good news, like, dang, you know what? You know, I got an unexpected check in the mail. Let me borrow $50. You just told them you trying to pay up some stuff. You just told them you trying to pay up some stuff, and then here they come like they don't even need the money. They just want to borrow it just to borrow it, just constantly drain on you to become a leech. Leeches in the relationships are toxic. You ever known somebody that's just a leech? I know y'all want to be truthful with me, but I'm being real today. Y'all know somebody that's just a leech? Let me borrow. Now you done helped them out several times, but they still coming back. That's a toxic relationship. Or somebody that always try to front on you around other people. That's toxic because that don't make you feel good. I'm sweating. That don't make you you don't feel good. Somebody that always try to front on you when they get around other people, that's not good. That's a toxic relationship. Roderick says we need to take more time to get to know each other instead of giving into the lustful eyes we have. Exactly. Some of y'all I'm with you 100%. Some of us have begging Benny. Dawson says, begging Benny never got a penny. Oh, I gotta use that. Exactly. Toxic. Somebody that's always coming around. I mean, like, they don't never have nothing on nothing. Like, even if y'all chilling, you know what I'm saying? You chilling, it's the weekend, you don't work all week, and okay, man, hey, J-Mac. Okay, so you like, well, let me get y'all ante up, you do your thing, you about to get your drinks or something. This person just don't have a pecan. They don't have a quarter on nothing. And like Dawson said, begging Benny never got a penny. Never got a penny. That's toxic. But I understand that that's your homeboy, but that's toxic though. When you can't never give. Even when you come to people's house. Now, have y'all noticed, like, if you watch TV or different things, you notice how when white people invite certain people over, and not all the time, but sometimes, when you, when they invite people over for the holidays, they normally have like a little bag of wine. They got a bag of wine, or they bringing something. But then you got some people that don't never have nothing, but they taking 5 plates home. Like, that's toxic. To me, that's a toxic relationship. Because it irritates you. And even though you might not say nothing to that person, but it just burns your button. Like they can't stand to see them coming. Y'all, some people, I talked to somebody and they said that they know a person that just, oh my God, they just beg for everything. Let me get, do you got, let me get, do you got, let me get, almost, wait a minute, that'll be a good song, oh my God. Let me get, do you got, let me get, no, seriously. But for real, that's toxic. And J Mac, I know you see the topic. We talking about toxic relationships. That's right. We talking about the domestic violence part about it. And then kids have to witness that stuff. We talking about the friendship part about it. We talking about like whether it's a cousin or whatever. It's toxic relationship. Somebody who has never have nothing good to say. You ever notice how some people just never have something good to say? They always try to find a flaw. You know somebody like that? You get a new shirt and they say, "Oh man, you should have got the purple one." Bitch. You know? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang. You get some new shoes. Oh, man, them hard, but you should have seen it. You get some new furniture. Oh, man, you should move that over there. I don't need my house looking like yours, okay? If I invite you, just say, you know what? It's nice. Keep that to yourself. Don't tell me I need to rearrange everything. No, I don't want my shit looking like yours. Who the fuck said you can decorate? But it's people that's like that. I know someone who told me my brother had got his house and his house was nice and everything, but then certain people would come over and they always had something negative to say. They couldn't just say, you have a nice house. That was too much. You need to change your blinds. You need to get rid of that. You need to get rid of that. It was like toxic people. Hey, Lily, that's my birthday twin. That's my birthday twin. Hey, Lily, we talking about toxic relationships. We are, whatever type of relationship it could be, we just talking about the toxic part of it and how it keeps you from being your better self. Oh, let me go back to Dawson. He says they bring knife and fork and a roast pan to pack up everything. Exactly. But you know what? Because after a certain time, it play out. It does play out. So we talking about toxic people. You know how you ever been with somebody you hate to see them coming because they instantly drain you. You know somebody like that, they instantly drain you. Like they be like, they be like, I'ma say, Shanice outside. You instantly drain. Like you could been in the house laughing, playing cards. The moment they say somebody's name, it's a drain. That's a toxic person that we have to learn how to cut away from. We got to get away from toxic people. See, and then people be looking at me crazy because I got like close to 300 people on my block list. No, but I'm serious though. Like, I don't have time for that foolishness. I'm just gonna listen. You're gonna get off my page. I'm gonna block. I'm gonna delete, whatever, block or delete me. But I don't have time for toxic people. Y'all see them logging in? Don't y'all see them logging in? They complain every single day. Toxic people. You know how some people say good morning Facebook. You see them, they get on there and say, ugh, irritated. I'm mad as fuck. Irritated. That's a toxic person. That's just always mad. Every little thing that makes them angry. Those are toxic people. Ugh. They want people to say what's wrong. So then when somebody say what's wrong, nothing. And guess what? I say, block. But seriously, that's a drain to be able to see that every day. Y'all see the toxic. It's toxic people on Facebook. They're constantly sharing sexual explicit stuff. On top of that, they ain't even attractive. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, on top of it, they ain't even attractive. That's toxic people. In my book. But we're going to go back to a couple of these, like, and then I'm going to get off. Yeah. But like the domestic violence part of the toxic relationships and how it's not okay. So I just want any lady or anybody that's in that situation to get out of it, because in the news recently, it has been a lot of deaths regarding domestic violence. Ooh, okay. Inbox me, yes. But I just want people to understand that you are great. You are awesome. And together we are all powerful. So we just really have to get out of this situation. And speaking of toxic people, we have to not only protect our home. And what do I mean by that? We got to protect our neighborhood. Okay, wait a minute, J-Mac. I'm trying to get you on. Okay, J-Mac wants to request to come. You coming? Think you on? It says inviting. All right, J-Mac, what do you have to... Why you always in the car every time you be...
Girl, what about you? Excuse me?
What they say? What about yourself?
What about your damn self?
Okay, J-Mac, what do you have? And I want you all to... Don't forget to share this video because it's free and somebody needs to hear it. No, we're not talking about twerking. We're actually talking about saving somebody's life. But J-Mac, what do you have to say about this topic, about toxic people?
Just stay away from them. That's it. Hey, Lisa.
You said stay away from...
Keep your ass away from toxic people.
Okay, so what is
when you around toxic people, you begin to develop their toxic habits.
Wait a minute, hold up. See, you got to drop the mic tonight.
Boom. But anyway, it's more than just developing their habits. It's almost that toxic spirit. That toxic spirit is like a transferring of toxic spirits. Let me say that.
Now break that down for some of us who don't know what that is.
What is? Transferring spirits?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I come over to your house and I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. I done got some good news. I done got everything good. You get it? Wink, wink. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. I come in your house and you like sad. You going through something. You sad. You done been crying. So I come in there like, wait a minute, what's wrong? Before I know it, I begin to feel the way that you feel.
Right.
That's because that spirit I don't allow that spirit to transfer.
If you come over my house, and I'm sad, you better be ready to ride. No.
No.
No, but go ahead. What you say?
But that's the truth. That means that I don't allow that spirit to enter into me. Instead of me lifting you up and begin to pray for you, that's what we do. And that's what everybody should do. Instead of me lifting you up and praying for you, I allowed that spirit to enter into me. So now I'm sad, and I ain't even feeling like the way that I was feeling, and now I'm feeling sorry for you, but I'm feeling sad too. Hell no, get your ass up out of here.
Right, but that's like she said.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah. Wow.
So you stay away from them people. Every time you talk to them, well, Big Mama said, they talking about they got to cut half of my kidney off. Every time you talk to them, it's some bad news.
Yeah, bad news.
Ooh, before you know it, your phone ringing. Here it is, some bad news. When you ain't never had nothing like this happen. Here come this bad news. That's because you surrounding yourself around those nothing spirits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can't be around you and learn and my spirit be fruitful, meaning I learn something, even if it's the smallest thing. My mama always told me.
That's my mama too.
No, it's just mine. Learn something new every day, no matter how small. Even if it's opening up the dictionary and finding out a word, the meaning of a word.
Yeah.
You learn something new that day.
Wow.
So surround yourself around positive people. Period. That's just
wow. It. Right. That's all I say. Surround yourself with positive people, because you can't mess with, and Lisa said right, you can't fool with toxic people. You cannot do it. And Lisa, as we have the same birthday, I have to be around.
Some fools.
I have to be around happy and uplifting things and uplifting people. I honestly cannot. I refuse to. That's why I said my block list is probably 300 long. But
she gonna say Jamie crazy. But listen to this. That's just like, I'm gonna give y'all a down to earth example. These thoughts that's running around here. You got this hoish ass friend that's running around here. She's sleeping with everybody. She's sleeping with everybody. Before you know it, she done tried to pull you into this whorish ring, meaning, his boy want to holler at you. You know what I mean? Now his boy want to holler at you. Now his boy want to holler at you. Before you know it, you just like her.
Oh, wow.
So it's the spirits in the company that you keep.
Right. So you saying toxic people is just the toxic spirit that's attached to the person.
It's just a spirit that's attached to the person. And a lot of times people be toxic and don't even know that they're toxic.
So when they say, well, my circle's small, I only hang around myself, it's just me and my baby, but you just like, no,
because ain't nobody fucking with your toxic ass.
That's it. That's it.
What? You broke it down?
My that's it dance. That's it. That's it. No, seriously, that's it. I totally, I agree. Toxic people. We got to break away from toxic people, whether y'all want to or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people not going to be able to receive this broadcast, because they ass is toxic. They not. It might be you. You might be the one that's toxic.
But you know what? That's why you have to be careful of your surroundings wherever you are. You even got toxic people in the church. You know what I mean? You got people, so the toxicity is everywhere. And just like I said, they even in the church. They everywhere. So you just have to be Keep a close eye and be aware of everything around you.
So she said, that's right. Toxic people in the church, toxic people everywhere. You have to be careful. And guess what? They're really at your job. It's toxic people at your job that you got to stay away from. Yeah, Dawson said, Jamie,
that's right,
you speaking the truth.
Right.
Ain't she speaking the truth? Yes. Toxic people everywhere. They everywhere. They in the church. They at your job. They here. They there. They in your friends. They in your. It might be in your relationship. That we have to cut away from toxic people.
They everywhere. At the restaurant. You have you ever noticed? You go in the restaurant. Hey, how you know? Can I have? And the bitch rolling her eyes. She got her face all toe up. You know what I mean?
Looking like this.
Yeah. And before you know it, you done went in. That's that toxic. That's that toxic spirit. That's why you have to. You have to be above that toxic spirit.
Yeah.
Because it's everywhere. It's just toxic.
Wow, it's almost like electricity. That toxic. Yeah. That you don't want to bring you down as a person, and that's exactly what they do. It'll bring you down as a person. Wow, y'all! Oh my God, that was good. That was real good. And I like what you said, because so many people have told me that they have left the church because of the way that they felt. You know, they have left the church because the way a person have made them feel, but it was just a toxic person in the church. Lisa said, exactly, if you let them. Now, Dawson said, there's a lot of people don't want to see you happy.
That's it, Dawson. That's exactly it.
Wow. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Wow. It's a lot of people that don't want to see you happy. So here they come with their toxic selves. Throwing salt in your game or whatever they're trying to do. They don't want to see you happy. So guess what? You post on Facebook, you and your significant other, oh yeah, we out to eat, enjoying good company. And next thing
I just see him talking to Tasha.
But next thing you know, here they come with a phone call. Girl, you know I seen Charles. Yeah, girl, you know my friend talked to Charles. I agree. Prayer for those people, yep. But you know they'll call your phone with that drama. People who call your phone with drama are toxic people. Don't tell me nothing about mine if I ain't seen it. I don't want to hear it. We don't believe you. We need more people. Now, what was you going to say, J-Mac?
Tell me.
You said what? Don't tell me. Because you know what, J-Mac? You remember back in the day? You remember when those particular people were running around calling a particular person saying that, oh, girl, you know, we seen him. Come to find out. Remember he was in the car with a dude with a red hat? You remember that day at Concord? And so she called old girl, was like, girl, we seen Chicken. He in the car with a girl with red hair. Now, come to find out, it was a dude with a red hat. They had just left the club. This is why you can't call me about my significant other. Not if you ain't one of my sisters. You cannot call.
I said you called me.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But about other people. Wait a minute. Dawson said, I have a neighbor that do not speak since I got my caddy. See what I'm saying? I got a neighbor that don't speak since I got my pants.
I got a neighbor that don't speak. Because I let my dog shit in the yard. No, I'm just playing.
But you see those toxic people. They are, and it's naturally, not naturally, but it's attached to them. So y'all know, we as people, we got to be able to break away from folk like that. And I'm going to say folk. I'm going to go back. But another thing, I'm saying that we have to protect not just your physical, not just the person who you are. You know, we know that we got to protect our own spirit, but we also have to protect where we live. And the reason why I'm saying that, because there are a lot, we still have missing girls and missing women in Genesee County. So I want to leave y'all with this. We have to protect each other. So if that means going to the bus stops, riding around for a moment, listen, do it, because we have to protect our own. We really do. Because these people still have not been found yet. And people thinking that it's just, oh, well, if it don't, it's not my family, so it does not affect me. But it does affect you because it's in your community. So we all need to get concerned about what's going on. Hey, boo. No, but I'm serious. We do. We have to. So that's why I tell people I'm just trying to decalcify myself, and I'm just trying to become a better me. But we do have to protect our surroundings, because now it's almost like we've been hunted for the longest for our organs. And I know this is a little bit of off topic, but I'm still going to touch on it. So now it's just like they coming in our hood, like picking them off. One by one. Okay, we're going to take this woman. 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 Where are the men that is supposed to be protecting us? And ladies,
they in jail. They in jail.
Not all of them, but men, we have to unify. We have to get together instead of buying $200 and $300 shoes, Jordans. As a matter of fact, if I see somebody else posting Jordans, I'm going to block you.
Don't block me. I just bought some.
I'm going to block you. So, because that money needs to be in our community. That could be a security thing. That could be somebody that's taking the girls and stuff and the boys to the bus stop, or watching them as they go to the bus stop, because they're coming in our... Y'all see what's going on with Libya? How they got these people enslaved? Like, this is serious. They got them straight up like slaves. I'm talking about guns to their head, ropes around their neck, whatever. I've been posting the pictures on my page. So we have to do something, because it's crunch time, and it's been crunch time. But also stop feeding the oppressor. Yeah, I'm saying that. Stop feeding the oppressor. Y'all act like, and I know we have hair, but they come into our community, and all these Chinese and all this type of stuff, we don't know what they feeding us. I got scared as hell when I went to Golden Gate. When I went to Golden Gate to get me a sandwich. And the guy was, he was from, what is that? It's the same as like on Taken. You know, he was girl, I got scared. I drove off.
Cause you're crazy.
I did.
Cause you're crazy.
No, I don't need you feed me. They can't feed us. Now Dawson said, black people, we are the target. Okay, now what we gonna do? Now, Mr. Michael Hill says, not this king and protector. Fuck Jays. I shop at the military supply store weekly. See, that's what I'm talking about. Go King. Go King. Yes, for real. But we have to learn how to unify and start protecting our own, because it is serious. Like I said, they riding around. I'm talking about looking real suspicious, taking women and taking children, and people feel like, oh, it's not my family, so I really don't care. How could you fix your mouth to say that? And we don't need you to just rant on Facebook, and we don't need another Facebook post. We actually need people out there on the front line that's doing something. I'm so serious about this. So we let toxic people come into our community. It goes back to the topic. Toxic people. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. And y'all know that's my time, because I got to go to work. I'm really trying to get $1 million, so I quit. But I love y'all. We coming back Thursday for the No Filter at 7:00. So y'all make sure y'all be there. But this was a good topic, and we still got to do that part 2 of
Good night, sugar. What you say, Granny? What you say, Granny?
Still got to do that part 2.
Good night, Ingrid Babies.
He said, I hang around none of that. That's right. No toxic people at all. But we still got to do the part 2 of the last show that I can't think of the name now. But that is my time, everybody. So I just thank y'all. And like I said, we'll be back. And we need a special guest too. So if you have a business that you would like me to promote on here, please do that.
I saw that.
Girl, bye. I gotta go.